Hey guys, so I finally got my Seiko SRPF53 back, part of the Presage line here. It's been about 6 weeks since I had this in my possession, and now I finally got it back from my local watch dealer or I should say just local jeweler, not necessarily dealer, in Rice Lake, which is actually the only dealer in Rice Lake. So I would not recommend taking it to them, as it took 5 weeks just to simply adjust the strap size. So I'm not too happy with that, and they did not treat this watch very well. But anyway, we're doing a second look. So this is the Seiko SRPF 53. This is has a case diameter of 41.7 millimeters, a thickness of 11.7 millimeters. It is a stainless steel case, and it is the dual curved sapphire crystal, along with 3 meters or 100 feet of water resistance. The dial color is, of course, this beautiful light blue, depending on what lighting you have. This isn't great lighting, so it's kind of muted right now, but in full sunlight, this looks great. And it's also the stainless steel bracelet on it. So this has the Seiko 4R35 movement. A lot of these Seiko watches in this price range. This is a retail price of $525, although you can find this watch cheaper on eBay or Amazon for actually $393, what I picked it up for, and it's a damn good deal at that, with the Seiko 435 caliber. The movement, let's see if we can see the backing here. There we go. 21,600 vibrations per hour, 23 joules, and it has a 41-hour power reserve. So the infamous 41-hour power reserve in this SRPF 53. So we're going to put this on the wrist and see how it looks. I am going to gripe about one thing here. I don't like how the bracelet straps. So it's kind of a butterfly strap, and it can be sort of difficult sometimes to get it strapped and unstrapped. Here's a good look of the SRPF on my wrist. So when I was buying this, I was a little leery about the 41.7 millimeter case size. But as it sits on my wrist, if we go look in a mirror here, we can see that it doesn't look overly huge on my wrist. So not a bad look. It's a little large, but it's essentially just looks that large because most of the case is consumed with the dial. So, looking at it, this is a great dress watch. I personally like the look of this better than my SARX 055 Baby Grand Snowflake, and I'm really glad I got this watch. The case design is a little bit more, or I should say less sharp-edged, and it looks like a timeless dressy design. And this is the Japanese Garden collection in the Presage line. It is a U.S. exclusive. It's inspired by the serenity of a Japanese garden. And if we look here, which I can't with my iPhone, but it is the light blue paving stone textured dial in this collection. So if we were to essentially zoom in really close, which I can't do, you'd be able to see it really looks Grand Seiko-esque in its dial design. Of course, it's got the blue second hand as well, and the screw-down see-through case back. So if we look really closely as well, we can see that the indices are textured, although that is kind of hard to see as it sits right now. But this is definitely worth the money, especially if you keep this in a good condition here. I have to say I'm very thoroughly impressed with how good the dial looks and just the case in general. And the strap looks really good as well. Now, on that Baby Grand Snowflake I do like the titanium bracelet, but this will suffice on this watch as it matches the chrome better of the case. So at the end of the day, I'm very, very happy I got this watch. It fits surprisingly well on a smaller wrist. I have about a 6.5-inch wrist size, and it doesn't look too, out of line, essentially. And with that baby blue light dial, you can pair it with a lot of stuff and it will essentially work. One thing I do really like is that blue second hand, how it contrasts with the light blue of the dial. But overall, it's pretty lightweight for its size. You don't really feel like it's on your wrist at all, and it fits very, very well. So if you're in the market for one of these Japanese collection Seikos in the Presage line here, SRPF53 is the way to go. I am thoroughly impressed with this watch and the attention to detail. Once you see this watch in person, you will understand what I mean. It looks phenomenal. Phenomenal. This is a watch that could pose as a $1,000 watch in the Seiko line, no problem. If it had a better movement, it would be a $1,000 watch. But we are stuck with the 4R35, which for people like me who can't afford a $1,000 watch, perfect.